and welcome back to bad lighting. No, it's gonna be sunlight when I actually get to painting these guys. So these are the leg armor pieces for Ashamane. And in this video I'm going to finish them, which means I'm going to be painting them. And once they're completely done painting, I'm going to take these little Velcro strips here and put them right on the inside, but I don't want to get paint and stuff on these, otherwise they won't stick as well. And these Velcro pieces there are because the boot covers have Velcro on them too, and they're going to insert through the bottom here. And my leggings have Velcro on the bottom, and they're going to Velcro in here, so it's going to kind of suspend this on my leg. This sits on like the lower portion of my calf. So these are going to get a very similar paint job as the other pieces for the armor. For Ashamane, that silver color with black around the edges here and in these swirly V shapes. So I'm going to be doing that to both of these. Of course, I need to prime this first. It's finally dry enough for me to do that. And I prime with Plasti Dip. This is like a spray can, so I do this outside and off camera, but all I do is first I'm going to let this sit in water. I run water in a pan as hot as it will go, just the tap, don't boil it or anything. And then I sit the can in it and let it sit there for about a minute so it warms up. So once it's warm, I'll spray a coat in there, wait 30 minutes, spray another coat, and I'll do that until I have 3 to 4 coats. Sometimes I'll do 4 if something is smoothed out a little bit. Extra coats will smooth a little bit. And then once that's totally dry, I usually give it, I think, 4 hours. So tonight I'll probably just get the Plasti Dip done, and then in the morning I'll do the next step, which is spray paint. Let me grab my spray paint. So my base coat for this metal look, I like to use this spray paint. It's brown metallic hammered, so it looks kind of like this once it's sprayed on there, and I do about 3 coats of this before I do the actual acrylic painting. And then real simple with the acrylics, I have one really nice paint. This one, it's super metallic, silver, it's iridescent, it's super awesome. And to get different shades through there, and some definition, I guess, I mix a little bit of black into it in different amounts as I go, working up to a brighter silver. And then also for the black details, I use this. This is a matte black. I would recommend a gloss black, but I grabbed the wrong one, so that's what I've been using for all of it. And it's turned out well, I think. There's one piece I have sitting over here. So this is the kind of paint job we're going for. And see, I use a chip brush so you can get some texture in there, and you can see like the brown underneath it a little bit and the different shades of silver, and then just black for the decorative bits. And then I use pure silver for highlights. And then when I'm all done, I will do the spray on varnish. I'll have to order more off Amazon, so I'll probably order that tonight. So that'll be the last step, and then once I do that, these will be totally painted, and we'll do the Velcro, and I'll show them off. So I'm going to show you how I'm doing all of that. Like I said, I'm going to head and do my Plasti Dip, 3 or 4 coats, and I'm going to do it off camera, so when we get back, you'll see how that looks. So I definitely forgot to show clips of both the Plasti Dip and of the spray paint. You can see the brown spray paint here though, so I'm getting right into the acrylics now. So I start out with that silver, and I mix a decent amount of black in there. I mean, a little goes a long way to get this kind of gunmetal-y color. That's how I started all of my silver pieces. I start this gunmetal color, then I go in with another layer of silver with a little bit less black, so you get good medium silver, I guess. This is what it's like with the gunmetal kind of colored silver, and you see it's very scratchy on there. You can definitely see the brown through it, and that's what we're going for. As I layer more coats on here in different shades, it's going to cover up more. So now we're going to do what I said. I'm going to put a little less black this time, so it's silver but not bright silver, and chip brush again. I'm going over everything again. And yes, I'm eating cookies while painting. Okay, So I had to mix up a little bit more. But same thing, just still like a little bit of black, do like a drop of black to get it a little bit darker. And even after I paint it on, I do kind of go over it with the chip brush a little more, just the texture a little bit more, get kind of different directions of the brush strokes, because I want this to have that kind of scratchy look, but I don't want all the scratching to go in the same direction. So this is how they look now. At this point, they are ready for highlights, which is just the silver by itself. So that's the layers of plastic, the layers of spray paint, a layer of the gunmetal, and then a layer of the silver with a little bit of black mixed into it, just because I wanted some difference between the pure silver for the highlights I'm doing now. So for the highlights, I do kind of dry brushing, but not technically. So I take a little bit of silver on my little paintbrush here, and I lightly put it around where I want the highlights, and then I wipe off the brush, and then I just scrub with the brush to blend out the silver. And I do that around all the raised edges, and along some random edges around these little swirly V shapes. I don't go all the way around the V's, I just kind of want some little accent bits. So it doesn't really pick up on camera too much, it's more like a lighting thing, but at the same time, if you can like see the silver highlights very obviously, then they're not blended in well. So here I'm showing it again, and I have one side of one of the V's painted already. So I'm going to do the other V on camera now of painting in the black. And I just use a little paintbrush to go around the black. If I make any oopsies, I have a cup of water off to the side and some napkins. So I can just lightly dab on some water, wipe off the brush, and just continuously do that until I get the little area cleaned up, because this is acrylics, it is water-based, and water will take it off. So you just want to do it while it's still kind of wet. You don't want to wait for it to dry. You might scrub off the under layers of paint as well, and you don't want to do that. So now that I have the V done, I am going around just the inner edge here with black. You're not seeing it very well right here, but I spin around the camera as I go. So yeah, I'm just going around just to kind of define that area a little bit more. I did this on my other armor pieces, the shoulders and the bracers, and really even the boot armor and gauntlets have this sort of detailing on them with the black around the raised edges here. So I feel like it just gives it a little more depth, and it is a World of Warcraft game, so it has that kind of cartoonish look anyway. So this is how it looks, and it's ready for spray varnish now. Again, this is a spray paint, so I'm going to do it outside. I do 3 coats, and I wait 30 minutes in between each coat. And that's what I use. I'll have these all linked in the description below. But before I do that, I want to paint the inside black and add my Velcro pieces. So the Velcro does have adhesive on the back, but I don't trust it, so I do use contact cement. Here I'm just kind of putting them in there with the plastic back on them so they're not sticky yet. And I'm going to take a Sharpie, a metallic Sharpie, and kind of mark where it goes. This will help me not put paint in those areas, which probably wouldn't really matter, but I feel like it does. And then also help me put the contact cement where it goes to line these up where they go too. And Hallie is awake, if you can hear her in the background. She's playing in one of her boxes. So I still need to paint black on the inside there, but real quick I'm showing you how the boot armor and leg armor go on. So there's magnets and Velcro for both pieces of the boot armor to go on the boot cover, and then you can see there's Velcro at the very top here. That's going to go into the Velcro on the leg armor. I'm being real careful with it though because it's definitely not cured yet. I just stuck it on there, so I don't want to, you know, like accidentally pull off the Velcro again. But I did want to show you real quick what I was talking about, how it goes on there. And I don't have this like lined up right. It's not supposed to be diagonal like this. The V shape should be right on the side of my leg, not diagonal like that. But you know, you can kind of see how it goes. So yeah, at this point all they need is 3 layers of spray varnish. I'm going to do that off camera, so I'm going to spray paint again. I'm going to be doing it outside, but this is how it looks. I'm pretty happy with how these turned out. So thank you so much for watching. This is it for the armor. All that's left is the cape and daggers. So thank you for watching this part. This is part 22. There should be about 25 of these videos, I believe, for everything. We'll see. So I will see you next time. Links will be below. You can get sneak peeks in the meantime on my Instagram, which will also be below.